Cowboy Nation. This Coach Marv in here going live. It was a little bit of thought that I wanted to shoot out there to you. It was coming across my mind, and I just wanted to go. I'm trying to get used to this channel. My channel is Coach Marv Real Talk. You can see um, by the thumbnail I had in there, Coach Marv Real Talk, and I just wanted to go live and for the second time to try to see how it's going live on the YouTube platform. Last time I went on live was one of the other platforms, Riverside. But I'm just trying to get the used to this and try to learn as I go. Got a video going to be posted sometime today or tomorrow. My first video, everything else I did is live. So we're posting another video about some areas that I think we're gonna need to do as a Cowboy Nation, as the Schottenheimer coaching staff gonna have to do to get us in a foundational preparation for getting to where we need to go. But just wanted to run a couple of things by you. Again, if you're chatting here on live, you see me on live. You're part of if you're getting the view of this. Coach Marv been a true blue Cowboy fan. Just want to shoot out of this video because I want to talk about one interesting point that I posted on X today about what was the Cowboys' next big move. And I think one of the next big moves, we've had a lot of talk. First of all, I want to say, I'm sorry. I want to go back and I want to make sure I say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It's a very special day. Lost my mother about 14 years ago. But I want to say Happy Mother's Day because y'all the essence of this whole world. Y'all the foundation of starting. And all of us came from a mother. And we want to make sure that you're recognized on this day and giving your flowers. And once you still have your mothers here, please celebrate this day with her and let them know how much you care and love and how much you cherish her for being a part of your life. Getting back to what we was talking about here about what's I think the next big move. I think some people we've been concerned, and we have a lot of people talking about the trenches in the one tech. I think we're okay with the defensive line in of the group we have in this building, and with the young guys. We're not asking these young guys to come in that we drafted or these guys that we had here last year that we're gonna give a chance. That the bigger guys, we're not asking them to go out there and be all pros collectively. The defensive line coach, and he talked about collectively having different styles of guys. It's going to be, and I think he's going to do a good job. He's shown he's been able to do a good job in restoring guys into their playing ability. But I think what we need to do is because I believe in defense, and I believe defense is going to take us to where we need to go. And I think the main thing that we have to improve here is our safety position. And then if we say that about safety position, then some of you gonna think my next big move that I'm about to announce that I think that we should do is not really working with the safety position, but it is. We need to go ahead and get Jalen Ramsey out of Miami. We had talks about that earlier. I think they need to bring those talks back up because I think Miami is trying to unload him, and I think that they are unloading him because of a salary thing, but they're going to pay some of his salary. Now, is Jalen Ramsey cornerback? Is he still the cornerback that he was before? No. But I think he could transition in one of the best safeties in this league. He's been playing a kind of a hybrid position when he's been in Miami, and he did a little bit of more of a hybrid position when he was in the Rams. Not all the way, but they kind of put him in some of those positions because his skill set of making plays and his intellect as a football player makes him probably good to start his second half of his career at the safety position. There has been a lot of history of guys who have been cornerbacks and been great cornerbacks that moved over to the safety position and done very well and started their next career and have been key pieces to defenses being great because of their skill set. I'm talking about the Ronnie Lotts, the Woodson from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this Charles Wood and Jalen Ramsey reminds me that he could be a Charles Woodson type. Do we remember in 2012 when Green Bay signed Charles Woodson? He moved to safety, became a defensive MVP of the league. He was the real reason, one of the reasons why they won a Super Bowl. He got hurt in the Super Bowl game because he broke his arm in the Super Bowl game, but he was the defensive MVP. And he transformed that secondary and made plays all over. And I believe Jalen Ramsey can be that type of guy. Every time our defense, if you look in the past in the last couple of years, every time our safeties played well, we had a very good defensive game. Do we remember Curse? When Curse had, and I'm not saying bring Curse back, but I'm saying when Curse had his all-pro season, wasn't that he was all, but when he had his best season at safety, our defense was much better. When Donovan Wilson had his good year before he got his contract, and I'm not saying Donovan Wilson's falling all the way off, but I think that position can be upgraded. When Donovan Wilson is making plays, our defense is better. I think our free safety position in Hooker, very good guy, like him, but his days of making plays are over. We need a dynamic playmaker at the safety position. And I think that will push this defense over the top. This is where I think we need this at. And if you look back in the history of the Cowboys, as I talked about history on my last live, history repeats itself. And Coach is not just talking because he's this old school. History repeats itself. We have a DNA of having great defenses and great safeties. We had one of the first hybrid safeties. Then we got Dan Woodson. We had a hybrid safety before that with the Tom Landry area. Then we had Dan Woodson. We had Charlie Waters. Both our safeties in the Pro Bowl and in the Hall of Fame. We back in the set. And I think it's a travesty. Dan Woodson is not in the Hall of Fame. But they made the team dynamic. And I believe, if you bring Jalen Ramsey over here, he could be that type of Charles Woodson dynamic playmaker and give us that guy that can change the game around at that position. And they're gonna pay some of his money. Now I understand maybe Miami saying, hey, that we don't believe that Jalen Ramsey is a full-time cornerback no more. We don't want to pay $20 million, $20-some million for a guy to play safety. But they willing to try to get off of him and play some of the salary. But hey, he may come to Cowboy land. He may not, but we can pay him a little less because they'll pay some of the money, and we can probably start his next career off, and he can give you about 3 to 4 more years as a dominant safety. And I know we talk about the safety room is full, but it's not dynamic. And if you want to have a great defense, ain't too many of them don't have dynamic safeties. And some of the ones we don't consider have dynamic safeties. Just check these defenses out and check how their safeties played during the year, and you'll be like, "Ooh, coach, you were right. They didn't have chopped liver at safety." So that's what I think our next big move should be. Jerry, don't miss this one. You got a guy that can play safety, and then you don't have to even rotate out and get. Sometimes you don't have to get caught. You won't get caught in nickel because you got a guy that got the skill set that can drop down and play a tight end or play a slot receiver because he has been a top ranked corner. We just not asking him to do that on a full time basis. We just try to ask him to get what Jalen Ramsey has. He's got championship mentality. He understands how he get what a team needs to go through to get to the mountaintop. Now, some of y'all want to talk about, yeah, but this is really. I think that this is a hindrance to our team because we don't have nobody with muscle memory and know what the sacrifices need to be as a team because that's one of the hardest things they're gonna do is get to that mountaintop as the championship. That would be a great thing because he has that championship mentality. His resume says he's been a world champion. I think he's going to help the young players that's coming along because I think we can solidify the second cornerback position with a younger guy. I don't think we just got to coach him. I think we got some guys who are good in that locker room. We got some good guys. We just got to play. Bland is going to be okay. I think he's going to be. We keep him helping. I think he's going to get even better. Diggs probably going to come along, but I don't know how much we're going to get out of Diggs this year. But I think we can get the other corner all right. This guy will bring that toughness back there that will be understood, and he would bring a leadership of saying, I got a ring. I've been all pro. That's the move I think that I want because I've been talking about this for the longest, and you will be hearing me in you through this channel how much I respect safeties and understand how much safeties are important. Safeties can make corners back better because they can allow them to be free to do what they do. The cornerbacks because they trust the safety. They trust the safety's intellect of knowing a safety needs to do the film study so he can diagnose plays before they even start. He can help say, "Hey, move here, move there." He directs that. He's the director, and he's gonna have free will. When a safety is playing close to the box, if you got guys, linebackers doing what they're supposed to do, and defensive line doing what they're supposed to do, the only block for a safety is a guy that they think is going to be a cleanup block. And if he's a good safety, cleanup blocks don't get to him. So I think bringing in Jalen Ramsey and making that's the one trade I want. Now, I know we talking about Brees Hall and this. And that. I think the running back, Nick Chubb, man, listen, this is not fantasy football. You ain't going to have 100,000 players. I know some people say, well, coaches, with the safety room is cluttered too. But Jalen Ramsey gonna be a hybrid. He could be safety. He could give you some cornerback here and there. But if he comes here, his skill set is gonna be better than Hooker, probably better than Donald Wilson and any other safety we got here. So that's the move I would like them to make. Is it truly sexy? It would be because Jalen, it'll fit, it'll fit Jerry's name criteria. But one thing about this name criteria, I believe this name criteria has a skill set to help us where I need us to be helped. So that's where I would like for us to go. So we're going to see if they're going to go that direction. I hope they hadn't lost out on this and not uh it's too late for them to pull the trigger on this. Um, but I hope that that's the next big move, as we go ahead and try to get this trade done to get Jalen Ramsey in Dallas, and I want to move him to safety. I think he's got another career going on with safety where he could be that type of guy that can even start a whole nother Pro Bowl run at the safety position. So hope I posted this on the right level this time. I just did this same video. I did the same video um, earlier on. I thought I was doing it on my channel, and I wish I might still not be doing it on my channel. I thought I was doing it on my channel, and it turned out being, I think, on Riverside or whatever. But hopefully this is coming out on my channel, and y'all picking up on the information. Again, if you are picking up the information, you are on this live stream, or you see this live stream later today, or and it coming into your feeds. Hopefully, I'm getting into more of the feeds. Please please subscribe, comment, please give me an encouragement or whatever or the things you want to talk about. I'm gonna try to be doing a lot of posting, because when things come across my mind, and find out that you got to go ahead and get these things out here in this YouTube land. Because if you hold on to a subject for too long, after a while it's cold subject. The videos I'm about to put out about what I think the Cowboys need to do, cultural wise, and talking about the Pickens trade, that's gonna come out. Just trying to get those edited with a guy that's trying to help me. So those are gonna come out, but they may be a little late. Just want to make sure when y'all see that Pickens thing, don't think that coach is trying to shoot down Pickens. I'm just being real. That's what the name of my YouTube channel is, Coach Mal Real Talk. But I'm gonna say it again on this live, like I said last, and I'm gonna end this. If this young man in Pickens learns the value of being a team player and getting and following in his role and being a contributor with all his talent to a championship run team, this young man could make a lot of money in the NFL for a long time. Now, has this being traded almost negated him to being a $30 million wide receiver? Probably so, but he can be paid handsomely. But he just got to fit his role and do his thing. That's a lot of young players. It's great. So we want to see if he's a fit or a potential problem. And we're going to see if Schottenheimer can put in the cultural things that needs to be put in. But again, I think one of the biggest moves that the Cowboys nation, to the front office, should make next is you get aggressive. Make the Jalen Ramsey trade. Go ahead and talk to Miami. Don't get in the bidding war, because I think Baltimore is in hot pursuit of him as well. But let's go ahead and get Jalen Ramsey here, and hopefully Matt Eberflus knows where he can use this guy and use his intellect, his championship mentality, and his good resume of knowing how to get up that mountaintop. Thank y'all for your time. Until next time, salute.